for me. I did a lot of first things. I qualified for the USAM. I came up here, played very well. Obviously, I was able to take the title here and rolled into the US Amateur at Pebble Beach. So yeah, last summer was awesome. It was culminating. I had a great junior year in college too. It was just nice to keep everything on a roll and hopefully continue good streaks like that.
GAM is one of the breeding organizations as well as the Michigan PGA for great golf and identifying the best players in the state. Last year when you came into this tournament, were you nervous at all playing with some of these guys like Scott Hebert, who's won at least 14 majors in this, and Lee Hudeman and Seltzer? I'm going to miss so many guys, even Jeff Roth, who's on staff at Boyne. But, I mean, were you intimidated at all? You didn't seem like it.
I wouldn't really say intimidated, but I was a little nervous. I got a great first and second round pairing with Eric Lilleboe and Willie Mack last year, who were, they're two mini touring pros right now who have a lot of game, and I've followed their scores. I know they're really good players, and I struggled in the first round a little bit, and actually Eric kind of pumped me up a little bit. He said, to just go out and do my thing and know that I'm a good player, and I kind of credit him helping me out for the next 2 days. I kind of felt
and
bad.
Little did he know.
Yeah, exactly. But I was a little nervous the first day. Playing with two really good players. I mean, possibly two of the best players in the state. So I was a little bit nervous, but after I was able to set in and kind of take up my space, know that I belong in this event and play well, I was able to settle down and calm the nerves and hit all the same shots. It is just golf, so.
Well, there you go. One of the things, you've seen so many of these guys that have won 6, 8, 10, 12, 14 times. But last year, Jake Neen, he comes in and wins the Michigan Open. You win the Tournament of Champions. Are we having kind of a changing of the guard with the youth, you think? Or do you think some of the old guys still have some teeth?
I think it's a combination of both. There's a lot of really good young players in Michigan right now. There's a good, crop of us coming up. And Jake and I, we played really well last year in our respective events to move on and be able to win. And but there's still a lot of really good talent out there. You mentioned Scott Ebert. He's my swing coach.
I love the guy.
Exactly. Oh, and so do I. And he's gonna be near the top this year. He's 50. He's gonna be moving up a set of tees. So he's gonna be difficult to play against. And he's in the group in front of me, so I'll be able to see how he's doing most of the time. But
yeah, well, what I'm hoping is with the Allied Challenge coming up, we're hoping to have a draft Scott Hebert. We'll make some political signs. We'll get out the crayons and the Sharpies and see if he can't get in the field as at-large qualifier, or at a sponsor's invite or something like that. Yeah. Now, taking a look, now you talked a little bit about this year. You played for Grand Valley State. You have to have some hopes, and you got to want to go to the show, or else why do this?
Exactly.
So tell us a little bit about what you're doing right now and what your plan is over the next year or two to advance your game so that you get a good look on that tour.
Yeah, so as far as getting better, I've been not only working harder, but I've been working smarter. I've been able to pinpoint the weaknesses in my game and try to make those into strengths. That's how you're able to take the next step in this game and be able to keep climbing the ladder, I guess you could say. And as far as the route that I'm taking, basically everything right now, I'm preparing for the Korn Ferry Tour qualifying school that starts. For me, it'll start at the beginning of October. So just trying to prepare for that and as best I can.
Now, what is the Korn Ferry Tour? Because I'm sure a lot of people are like, I don't know, but I am after this interview.
Yeah, it is. So it used to be the Web.com Tour. The Korn Ferry, it's a consulting firm in LA. They bought out the umbrella sponsorship for the next 10 years. So it's difficult to try to keep calling it that. I usually just refer to it as the Web.com still, but I figured I need to call it by its proper name. So.
Okay, so obviously people defending this tournament. The last happened, I think it was 5 years ago. We're going to put you on the trophy this year if what 2 or 3 things happen in your game. At least put you in contention.
Yeah, I need to be driving it well. Especially on the mountain course. You only have the one round on it, but it is very tight. I mean, it is tighter than the Alpine.
That's what I hear, yeah.
Yeah, you can get yourself in some very difficult spots. Fortunately, I did drive it well at the mountain, and I was able to post a good score there. If you're able to be, 3, 4, 5 under par on the mountain, that can be a big time change in the leaderboard for you. And then, you know, rolling the rock out here. The greens can be difficult to read. You know, obviously there's a lot of elevation change to the course. You know, the greens are very sloped as well. So sometimes, even though, you know, you might be able to see the slope, okay, this is a left to right break, but sometimes it's difficult to tell how much there is. There might be more than your eyes might see. It might be deceiving you a little bit. So, yeah, that's the biggest thing. I just like being in the fairway off the tee. You know, that's everything. You know, it's hard to be playing from the rough, hard to hold greens, hard to be hitting it behind trees out here. So if I'm hitting it, you know, if I'm hitting it well off the tee and I'm giving myself a good chance at, you know, rolling putts, hopefully just stay patient and most of them will drop.
Alex Scott, defending champion at the Tournament of Champions at Boyne, and good luck to you, and hopefully we'll see you on the Corn Ferry Tour and maybe knock off the big one, Joey Garber, someday. Joey's coming for you.
Yeah, I would love to. Joey's, you know, I've followed him. You know, I've followed him for a while now, a Northern Michigan guy like me, and you know, he's had a lot of success, and he's, you know, he's just like everybody else. He's continuing to get better and keep climbing. So,
thank you.